Hey cultivator, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to share today's video with you because so many of you guys worry about the applicant tracking system. I know a lot of you are always trying to figure out, how do I beat it? How do I make sure I'm standing out? How do I make sure that my resume is visible and actually getting seen? So in today's video, I'm going to share with you 3 quick tips on how to make sure that your resume is even scannable by the applicant tracking system, because if it's not auto parsing, it's not auto filling certain parameters, then it is true that some resumes may never be read. That's because every resume that goes through the system gets a score, and the score determines whether or not you're a top match. And a lot of recruiters start off with top matches and then go down, and then at a certain point they stop looking because a lot of the resumes are irrelevant to what the job description actually is. Quick tip number 1 I have for you is to follow the 1-column layout. A lot of the applicant tracking systems out there can't actually read and pick up and scan the 2-column layout, which I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen. There are so many beautiful resume templates and designs out there that follow the 2-column layout, and that is actually really great if you are handing in your resume to somebody and or you're kind of in a design field, although I'd like to make the argument that you can have a 1-column layout resume that's just as beautifully designed. So it's really entirely up to you. You could have a 1-column layout just if you're applying online, and then create a 2-column layout if you are giving your resume, handing it into somebody to refer you in, or you just know the hiring manager, right? But if possible, I would really recommend the 1-column just to be on the safer side. Now, if you do have a 2-column layout for spacing purposes and making sure that everything is captured on paper within 1 to 2 pages, and you're really adamant about that, then I would definitely check out the video here that I've linked, which is how to follow up on your application. So again, your resume is actually being seen and read. And actually, even if you have a 1-column layout, I would highly recommend that tutorial even then. All right, so tip number 2, which also piggybacks off of a lot of these pretty templates that are out there, you'll notice that a lot of them have very specific or special customized fonts that come with them, whether it's cursive or it's, even Railway. There's a lot of fonts that are utilized because they're really pretty, but a lot of the systems can't actually read and scan them, which again, doesn't help your case of being found and seen. So if you are using anything other than the non-traditional fonts like Arial, Helvetica, Tacoma, Times New Roman, then I highly recommend you switch over to something that is more traditional, that you know every software system is integrated with. So again, it's not necessarily the time to be super creative, but instead really pick out those fonts that are visible and readable through the systems, because again, if you have some type of fancy font and it doesn't detect that font, then everything is just blank on the other side. All right, so my third and final tip for you is to remove any text boxes. So again, this is super popular with those 2-column layouts because you need those text boxes to ensure that everything is not moving around and things are in the right place and aligned perfectly. But that's again why I would recommend the 1-column layout and just really type as if it's a normal document and there's no fancy text boxes to be able to fill in and such. One thing that you can do, just as a pro tip, if you are doing a 1-column layout and you want really clear breakers and headers, is to use dividers, and or you could kind of use the boxes that allow you to shade in like certain rows, and that allows you to still stand out, still have some visual component and clear headers, but at the same time still be scannable and readable. So those are my 3 quick tips for you to ensure that your resume is being scanned and picked up by these ATS systems. By the way, if you want to test out how compatible your resume is with ATS systems, I wouldn't necessarily go for those companies that are giving you a score once you upload your resume and telling you how ATS friendly it is. To be honest, a lot of these companies make money because they want to tell you, hey, if you have a low score, like we'll improve it for you. you, but even then it may not be as ATS friendly. If you just follow the 3 quick tips I shared with you, I promise that you'll get more increases and more visibility because it's being scannable. But one quick tip that you can do to test this out for free is to just apply online with your resume and see if your resume fields are being auto-filled and auto-parsed into the different fields on that application system. If you're constantly having to improve or customize or tweak and copy and paste your different sections like your email, your phone number, your experience, your education, then it means that the system and the software has not recognized and detected those fields automatically. So just go through the 3 quick tips and you'll be on your way to being more visible through this process. Now, if you enjoyed this video, I hope that you like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you're looking for comprehensive job search support, you want to take all of this to the next level and just have step-by-step guides through every single stage of the job search process, check out the description box down below for my Happily Hired links, because I'll walk you through everything you possibly need to know about job searching in a lot more detail and more thoroughly. And until then, I hope that you continue to cultivate your life and career.